Hey everyone, so I thought I'd do one of these updates because it's been a little while. I'm still getting a large number of emails and comments on previous videos relating to chronic fatigue syndrome and depression. And obviously when I get emails from people really upset or stressed or just struggling with it, I worry about you guys. And I can't always reply, but I try my best to reply to all of you. But obviously I'm tired as it is doing the work I do at the moment, and it's really hard to keep up to date on all the emails, but I will try. But feel free to still email me and leave comments, and like I said, I'll try my best to get back to you. So yeah, first up, I thought I'd update you on how I'm getting on post coming off antidepressants. I can't really remember what I told you in the last video, but I had a couple of weeks of feeling quite nauseous coming off it. I think I had some headaches as well, but that passed after, like I said, a couple of weeks, and I haven't had that really since, so that's good. There's been a few wobbles since coming off. I find that I am a bit more emotional. I tend to tear up a lot easier than I was when I was on the pills. I find that my mind is occasionally in the quiet moments, like when you're trying to get to sleep, or when I'm on the train commuting, when I'm not talking to anyone. My mind goes back to, you know, the dark moments, the things that used to affect me and bother me, the memories that used to haunt me. Those things kind of are starting to come up again, but I do feel kind of strong enough to cope with them now, and I'm aware they're there and it's upsetting, but I also now have that knowledge that I can get past it, that I can be okay living with those kind of thoughts and memories. So I do want to say to everyone, yeah, it's not like plain sailing coming off antidepressants, and perhaps you may need to go back on them, or you know, just have a bit of a smaller dose again, or whatever. You might have to ease into it, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. Things do get better and can get better, and you know, please never feel like it's hopeless, because it really isn't. You know, those days where you literally can't see the wood through the trees, you don't think life can ever be kind of easy to deal with, or you don't feel like you can ever cope or be happy, you definitely can, so hang in there. I don't know how long your journey will be with it. Like I've said before, I don't think it's a journey that has an end, but the terrain becomes less bumpy, you know, it's a lot easier a journey, a lot easier a walk, and yeah, so generally positive, getting the wobbly chin a lot, particularly when I watch programs like Super Vet. But yeah, I'm generally okay. I would say though that I'm slightly lacking in confidence lately. I've never been the most confident of people anyway, but I find I'm slightly paranoid. I think that everyone finds me dull, or everyone finds me boring, or everyone is saying stuff about me, even though they're not. Let's face it, they've got more important things to be thinking and talking about, but I don't know what that's about, whether it's just because, you know, when you've been someone that's been a bit isolated, or you've been out of a social circle for a while, or you've just got some of those past feelings of inferiority because of whatever's happened to you are still kind of clinging to you a bit. You find it hard not to question everything and feel a bit anxious about stuff, but maybe that's just human nature, who knows. But I'm trying to combat that by putting myself in situations that are a little scary, like making sure that I am being more sociable, going to group social activities with people that I don't know very well, and trying to immerse myself in that group and be chatty and friendly and stuff. because I figure the more I do that, the easier it is going to get each time, and hopefully those confidence issues and insecurities will start to dissolve a little bit. I must say that the sunshine is helping my mood greatly, and obviously that's a well-known thing. Good old vitamin D does wonders. So I would say if you have got good weather, which we do in the UK at the moment, is even if you don't feel like it, just get out in it for a little bit, whether you just sit in the garden and read the paper for 10 minutes or go for a quick walk around the block. Try and do that. Yeah, I think it's good for the soul as well. Now back to, God, I'm out of breath. Now to the ME. On the whole, I've got to say, like, relatively I'm doing okay. I'm getting up most days and doing things, so I know for a lot of you, you're not able to do that. You're not even able to sit up in bed, so I should be extremely grateful for that. I am trying to curb the napping, which a lot of people have said try and resist doing that, and I have been resisting that on the whole. I had a little one yesterday, but on the whole I've tried to keep going, and then I guess that means you're more likely to get a better sleep at night, I guess. I also made myself do a little walk yesterday, so yeah, I haven't collapsed for now ages, so that's good. See, this umming, this is the thing I want to talk about. My brain seems to be the thing that's struggling the most at the moment. I find with my work, I don't know if you guys know what my work is, but it's doing interviews and writing and things like that. And I find I'm doing a lot of typos at the moment. I'm misreading things or not quite understanding things. My memory's very poor, and it's led to me having a few embarrassing incidences with work, which is, I hate people thinking that I'm unprofessional. I hate people thinking that I've not done a good job or judging the quality of my work. So that's kind of got me down a bit this month, because I have published some blogs and things which have had mistakes in them, and obviously editors don't like that if you put something up that's got a typo in it, or something that's factually incorrect, and then you upset PRs because you've put in something false out there, and obviously that's added stress, which then has a knock-on effect on you. But anyway, yeah, so it's my brain that's been the main thing, and my friends have noticed that I keep forgetting, like if we have a dinner date happening or someone's birthday, I keep forgetting about it, and I have to ask them a million times. I've even shown some kind of, I can't think of the word, I've shown some signs that you'd usually think is something related to dyslexia. I'm putting words the wrong way round and letters the wrong way round, things like that, and yeah, so that has also affected my confidence. And I've got to say, when you're going to do video interviews where you're interviewing someone on camera, and you've kind of researched and tried to you've researched the band or the person, and you try and get it in your brain, and sometimes you just go blank, and this is happening a bit more, and it's a very scary thing when you're in an interview. You've got people watching, you know, all the management, the PR and the other band members who aren't in the interview, and suddenly you think, I have no idea what I'm going to say next. I'm trying to listen to you, but I'm also trying to remember what my next question is. So yeah, that's pretty scary, and it's even more terrifying when you have a difficult interviewee, which I had recently. Not that he wasn't a nice person at all, but he was quite challenging. So yeah. But on the upside of ME news, that I read an article in the paper, and it seems like people are gradually starting to accept that this is a proper illness. You know, people are doing lots of research into it, and they are finding some signs within all the patients that they've been sampling that indicates, you know, that it is a actual thing, that there are things in the blood that proves it and that sort of thing. So hopefully we should soon get past the point where we're having to convince doctors there's something wrong with us, that we're having to convince people that this is a proper illness. Things seem to be improving on that front, which is great. Another thing is, I think I'm going to start doing yoga. There's a class nearby me, and I've read a lot of articles and heard from a lot of you guys that doing kind of steady exercise according to what your limitations are is a good thing, and just gradually building up. So I've been told that running's probably a bit too vigorous for me. So things like Pilates and yoga and stretching and things like that is a good way to start, and who knows what it may lead to me eventually being able to do. Now, for people that have really severe cases, so you're bedridden most of the time, it could be just a case of one day or 1 week you just pull yourself up in bed a few times. Perhaps it's moving yourself from the bed to your wheelchair a few times a week, and just gradually building up and seeing what more you can do each week. I know it doesn't sound much, but these things, you know, can lead to better things, so it's worth a shot, isn't it? There's some other things that I've been reading about that are apparently effective for some, and that's the lightning process. And this kind of works on the theory that people with ME have too much adrenaline pumping around their body, and adrenaline is something that's released in moments of stress. And obviously we're constantly stressed because we're worrying about what we won't be able to do, we're worrying about what might happen if we try to do something. So I think in short it's about retraining ourselves and our thought processes and stopping those moments of stress, or preventing that adrenaline from rushing around so much. I think that's basically what it is. And obviously there's cognitive behavioural therapy, which is working for some. I also have always had terrible IBS and diarrhea and things like that, which may or may not be related to chronic fatigue syndrome, but I know a lot of you have also said you've had like bowel issues. And I've tried various diets over the last 10 years, and I found one that actually did a whole lot of good, and that was the low salicylate diet. So I'd recommend you all doing, you know, the food diary thing, and just working out whether there are any triggers, any things that maybe make you have the rashes or the diarrhea or the constipation, or anything that you instantly get that kind of the tiredness. So just keep a log and see if anything, you know, emerges as a pattern, and then go from there. I was watching This Morning this week, and they had a feature on loneliness, and this girl rang in saying she's got ME and she finds it very lonely because she's in the house day on end, and unless someone can come and visit her, she doesn't get that social interaction. And they were saying that a lot of towns have these initiatives where a bus will come and pick you up and take you out for the day, and you know, it's people with various disabilities and illnesses that restrict their life in terms of social interactions. So make sure, if you are struggling on that front, make sure you've checked all those avenues, because there could be some schemes near you that could, you know, ease you of that loneliness a bit. Yeah, so I think I'll stop rambling for now, because I'm not sure if any of this made sense. I'll probably watch this back and it's all gobbledygook. Anyway, wishing you all better health at least. Hang in there. Please let me know if you'd like any more videos on anything at all, even if it's just something that will perk you up or make you feel a bit happier, or if there's anything a bit deeper you want me to go into, I'm happy to do that. So lots of love.